What's up, guys? Good to see you. So, this is my second half of a WWE video. I'm going to talk about John Cena. Now, I know that enough people do enough talking about John Cena, and he does enough talking about John Cena himself. So, I'm going to try not to spend too much time on this, but I can see myself being quite extensive with this. So, hang on. So, it is no news that right now he is not the hottest act. A lot more people dislike him than like him, I think. And simply because I think it is not. I think a lot of people think he's fake because he went from, I'm the doctor of thugonomics, I'm this chain gang, I'll wrap my knuckles up in a chain with a padlock and knock people out. And then he completely did a complete 180. The character went and changed completely, and then he was this clean cut. He was pretty much the model of Hogan. I'll do work for the kids, I'll do charity. Eat your vitamins, say your prayers. He became that person. Completely clean cut corporate guy wearing colours, appealing to kids. Right now, I used to get mad at kids thinking, "Why do you like this kid? Why do you like him? Why are you cheering for him?" My nephews are there going, Cena, and I'm going, why do they like him? What's wrong with them? And you need to understand though, they like him because they're supposed to like him, because he's marketed towards them, so they like him. Colourful t-shirts for children, hand signs for children, really flashy, really gimmicky moves. It's for children. That's the whole point of it. It's so basic. An FU is a move any kid could do to any other kid at school, unless they're really fat. They could pick up any kid, do that. They could do the knuckle shuffle to any kid on the floor. They could do 2 shoulder blocks when they're standing up. It's just pretty shit like that. If someone gets cheeky, you can't see me. I can see kids doing that at school, right? So they like him because he's marketed towards them to sell merch. That's why they like him. Okay, fine, fair enough. And maybe they like his mic skills, they like what he says, but a lot of the times what he says is more about him and not about what he's going to do in the match. And I've never really believed that he can sell having a good match. He can sell, like, if you're going to beat me, or you're going to need to be the better man. Like, that's how I feel. He's never going to say, like, listen, man, I'm going to whoop your ass. And there's not a damn thing you can do about it. I don't care if people like me. I don't care if they don't like me, because I'm going to whip 10 shades of shit out of you. Like, that's the kind of promo you need to be cutting. Like, you need to be doing a Macho Man, ooh, yeah, and then start telling people loads of bullshit that they're not going to understand. Or, like, fucking Warrior cuts a better promo and you didn't understand 15 seconds of what the fuck he just said. But I'm not going to say shit about the kids, because simply, when I was young, and I know a lot of people say, oh, you suck then, I like John Cena. When I started watching wrestling properly, he was one of the people there. Now, when I first started watching him, he was a heel, so I didn't like him because I was younger, and I wasn't really... That's when I really started just watching wrestling weekly. So I was like, I like him. He picked up the Big Show. I was like, oh my god, he picked up the Big Show. He FU'd him. Oh my god. That was amazing to me as a kid. No matter what they hit him with, he kept getting up. He had an Elimination Chamber match. Edge comes, he spears him, and he still kicks out. And then he loses later. I was like, but he still kicked out. And they just kept having these situations where he just wouldn't lose. I was like, oh my god, he's like Superman. I want to be like him. I want to be someone that won't back down, that will never back down, that will never quit, that won't be beaten. You have to kill him to beat him. I want to be that person. Kids identify with that. You know what I mean? And I think girls identify with it as well, because they're like, that's the kind of man I want. I want a man that is strong with his morals, he's strong with his beliefs. No matter how bad things look, he stays optimistic, that he'll stay true to himself, stay true to his honour, stay true to his beliefs, and come through it. That's why I think that people see him that way. Now, I'm not saying he's a great mic worker, but I'm saying when he cuts a promo, sometimes I am like, no, it's kind of funny, it's kind of good, it's kind of off the point though. I'm very critical on watching the body language, everything. I do think sometimes we have seen enough of the guy, and you know what I mean? I'm not going to say anything about his moves, like his wrestling ability, because regardless of wrestling ability, he's where he is now, fine. But he's, once again, partly, if not completely responsible for a lot of people walking out of the business, which is bad. And I think in the future, in the long haul, this is going to be bad, and this is why, because the way the company has gone now, they don't really want anyone looking better than him. You know, they can't. That's why they're having this whole shit with Daniel Bryan. They don't want anyone looking better than Cena. That's why they put CM Punk in the mid card and keep screwing Daniel Bryan off. They don't want anyone looking better than Super Cena, or as I call him in the ring, Franken Cena. Okay, they want anyone looking better than him. So they just make people drop to him, and they make people look worse, or they put them in a stupid position where they're in a bullshit gimmick, so no one can look better. In the future, the kids that watch wrestling now, watching the Cena stuff, in 10 years, they're going to be so used to shit wrestling that when they think that's good, that they're just going to expect crap product. And then their kids are going to expect crap product. Whereas when you're about my age and, you know, people older, you watched it, it was good, you saw it deteriorate, so you start noticing it going bad. You don't want them to get so complacent that they just go, well, people watch it anyway, we'll keep banging on the same product week after week, week after week. You know, we don't want that. But I think this whole 10 years at the top thing, I do think that's a bit too long. I mean, see, like, passing the torch to, like, the thing about Rock passed the torch to Cena, no. The WWE passed the torch to Cena. People, you know, passed it on the way out. Batista passed it to him. You know, when Brock left, he pretty much left it open. You know, all these people, when they left, they just left, you know, they just left the crown sitting on the throne for anyone to take, and he was pretty much the yes man, going, okay, I'm gonna stay young and do my best for this company, you know. And it's pretty much people staying true to they're staying true to his morals. But the reason he's at the top is because people have stayed true to their morals. Like, people saying, okay, there's wrestlers that were going, enough is enough, I refuse to stand by a product I don't believe in. That's become hokey, that's become a sham, what's become a shadow of what it used to be. They're staying true to their morals as wrestlers, as people, as men, as women, you know. So they've all walked out, and Cena's still here. Like, he's staying true to his morals, but it wasn't his morals that got him that. It was them staying true to them and saying, fuck this shit, you know. So he's where he is now, and then it's kind of like, I just feel like his character has just been stale for a while now. It's been turn up, look at the camera, point to him, say some shit. Oh, going to work tonight. Run down into the ring, a really weird, awkwardy, kick your legs that way, slide into the ring, turn around, pull your shirt down, turn around, yay! And people are cheering, boo. Let's go Cena, Cena sucks. Why does it matter? You know, and I just feel like when people think about WWE, they think about straight away, they think Cena, right? Here's a problem. When one person is constantly being linked to that company, it's not good. When it was Hogan, fine, because Hogan was fucking good at getting crowds, and people didn't really boo Hogan because he could captivate them. You know, he could make you think someone's beating the shit out of him and he's bigger than them. That's fucking Hogan's selling skills. You know, with that, you never get that with Cena. He doesn't hit a move right, so it doesn't look like they've ever hit him right. It looks like he's afraid to fall over. So I think when we're focusing on Cena, there's a problem. When he's the main focus of a company, when they're saying, no, one man's bigger than the company, he is. Do you know what I mean? He's become bigger than the company. And I know they'll think, well, they've got the namesake, but fine. But, you know, it is turning into World Wrestling Cena, you know, and it is... It's turning into WWE now, you know, WWE Cena, and I'm not saying I dislike the guy. I'm not saying like when he comes out I'm going, Cena sucks, because I'm not. I watch the show and I hope something gets better, and I hope, you know what I mean, for someone who says the things he says, you expect more from a character. Daniel Bryan goes out there and says yes, 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 all he needs to fucking say. Yeah, that's all you need to do for a promo. Cena comes out and talk about, oh, I've been here for this long. People don't give a shit. People care about what you're going to do in the ring. And when he gets in the ring, he doesn't do anything spectacular. He can botch things. I watched something on the old TLC match, you know, the one where Sheamus beat Cena for his first WWE Championship. Cena went through the table wrong. First of all, he landed wrong. It looked awkward. And Sheamus fell off the apron and hit the table, and it kind of collapsed a bit. I think that's what happened. It looked like what the spot was supposed to go like was he hit Cena, lost balance, they both fell through the table. That's what it's supposed to look like. But that obviously, I think it was, Sheamus is supposed to be the champion, but Cena fell awkwardly through the table. It just looked like Sheamus punched, hit him, and he went, oh shit! Oh, I'm losing balance. Woohoo! Jumping through the table. It's like when someone pushes you near a pool and you're just like, oh fuck it, and then jump. It just seemed like, wow. Yeah, it didn't look like I was forced through it. It looked like he jumped through it, and to me, it just didn't appeal to me as a person. And I did see him once. I worked in an arena, and I saw him once, and he looked so depressed. He wasn't the fired up Cena, and I took the time to at least go, "Hey, John," to which he ignored me, which is cool because he's probably tired. He didn't hear me, but I think it's amazing how people will. They'll be fired up. They'll pretend they care when there's a camera or a terminally ill child in front of them. But when there's real fans there, they don't really give a shit. It really is about the image of people. So comment, rate, subscribe. Let me know. What do you think? Do you like Cena? Do you hate him? Explain why. A lot of people say he's garbage, he's ruining the company. But don't be a sheep. Separate it from the crowd. When did you start disliking him and why? Because for a while I did like him. For a few years I did like Cena, and at one time I was like, okay, I want Cena and Rey Mysterio to hold the titles at the same time, and they did on one night. That WrestleMania 2004. Okay, so when did you start liking Cena, or when did you start disliking him and then liked him, or whatever? So let me know. Comment, rate, subscribe.